Assalamu alaikum, this is Khalid and you're watching a local friendly between myself and Omar and Nimar. I'm playing straight Manectric while Omar is playing Mega Rayquaza. The colorless one of course, and not the dragon one because no one plays that. I start off with a mulligan, not very good for me. By the way, this is actually the second round of a match, not the first, so no coin flipping to decide who goes first. I believe I'm the one who's going first here, so I'm shuffling for a good measure, a bit more just as I kind of need that good start. Let's see if I get a basic, and I do indeed get a basic, but it's not the basic I wanted. It's a Hoopa EX, and Hoopa EX is probably the worst ever start you could ever get. Fortunately for me, I start out with a battle compressor in my hand, 2 Versus Seekers, and an Ultra Ball. So I use an Ultra Ball and discard 1. Let's say I'm still thinking there. I return the Versus Seeker. I discard 1 Fighting Fury Belt and 1 Super Rod. Now, in the first game I lost because I kind of did not draw into the stuff I needed, so it was kind of bad. So I'm just checking the stuff I got. If I find that I do have easy in the deck, so I use Pattern Compressor, discard the easy, discarding 1 Lightning Energy, and I believe I discard 1 Professor Sycamore. Yeah, you can see I basically have everything in the deck. I'm also preparing the stuff I need once I pick up the Hoopa with the AZ. There's that Sycamore. Discarding the all 4 cards. Use Versus Seeker, getting AZ to use it on picking up the Hoopa, drop the Hoopa, picking up the deck, 1 Manectric and 2 Manectric and 1 Shaman. Now this is a very good recovery from a Hoopa start. Like usually, in most cases you'd be trying to find a float stone or things like that, or an escape rope or a switch even, but picking up your Hoopa with an AZ in the beginning is very good. So let's see here, bench 2 Manectric and the Shaman, drawing 4 cards. I had 2 in my hand, so I got a Lightning Energy, which is great. I attach 1 Spirit Link and 1 Lightning Energy onto my benched Manectric, not the active one, because we all know how fast Mega Rayquaza can set up, and since Omar is going second, he is able to knock out the Manectric in the active. So I use another compressor, discarding Hex Maniac, Lysander, and 1 more Lightning Energy. The plan here is to the next turn either find a Lightning Energy or find a Mega Turbo to power up the benched Manectric, which I'm powering up right now. I will most probably find find a Mega Manectric. I do have 2 Versus Seekers in my hand, so it can work out very easily. So Omar plays an Ultra Ball, discarding 1 Sky Field, 1 N, getting a Hoopa, and you can see there's 1 Rayquaza, 1 Shaman, and another Rayquaza, giving his deck a quick look. Making sure all his double colorless energy are in the deck. So 2 Rayquaza and 1 Shaman. So things are looking good for Omar. As long as you get your Hoopa in the beginning in a deck like this, you're always, or most probably, doing good. Here we see him bench the 2 Rayquaza. There's the Floatstone on the Bunnelby. There's a Skyfield. There's a Jirachi. Not very useful, but good to fill up the bench with. DCE on the Rayquaza. Shaman drawing more cards. There's a Spirit Link going onto that same Rayquaza. I do believe I have an enhanced hammer in my hand, which I'm glad I kept. So he's discarding 3 cards. We see Ranger, 1 Metal Energy, and 1 what appears to be Lysander. We see a Sycamore in his hand. Not very clear. Nope. There was an easy Hex Maniac and a Mega Turbo. And there's the Mega Rayquaza. Now the question is, can he power up his Mega Rayquaza and knock out that lonely Manectric out in the active? And he retreats into his Jirachi. So if I top deck a Lightning Energy, which is great, but I kind of changed my mind, then I put it back in. I use Enhanced Hammer to discard that double colorless energy. Here I'm thinking what to use. Looking at my hand, there's another Versus Seeker, so I was planning to use the Sycamore, but then I realized I could just pick up the Hoopa. I use the easy, pick up the Hoopa, bench the Hoopa. Now I can search for a Mega Manectric and another Shaman just to draw more cards. And I decided to just give my deck a good look through, not taking anything, because when you have Shaman in your hand, you do want to be able to draw as many cards as you can. And a Mega Manectric sitting in my hand won't do me much favors. So there's that Mega Evolution going, benching the other Shaman, drawing a bunch of cards. There's a Spirit Link, which is great. There's a red card, which is even better. There's even a Headringer. I was considering using it, but I realized both of his Rayquazas do have Spirit Links on them, so I can't use that. I use the Trainer's Mail. I found some nice options in there. Just giving my hand a good look through, making sure I pick the right option. There we see another Trainer's Mail, Sycamore, Versus Seeker, and another Spirit Link. I pick up the Spirit Link. I take it and put the rest of the cards back into the deck. So far the setup is going good. However, my Manectric is still sitting out in the active, being very useless. I mean, it's not the powered up Manectric, it's a Manectric EX. I use the red card. I attach Spirit Link. I put down the Rough Seas, cancelling out his Sky Field. So now he has 5 Pokemon in the bench, so he's not discarding anything. And I pass my turn. Now here I start to regret not playing that Headringer. Omar is in a bad position. If you look at his hand, he has a DCE. He has a Versus Seeker and a Sycamore. I mean, the Sycamore would save him, but he can't just use the Sycamore and like waste a DCE and a Versus Seeker. So he's deciding his options, looking through his deck. Maybe he could find something useful to help him out a bit. He's checking my discard pile. My deck actually plays a lot of trainers. There are like 41 trainers, and most of them are like disruptions, things that would help me against certain matchups, so on and so forth. So he picks up his Jirachi and sends in his Banelby with the Floatstone. And now here is where I thought, I wish I played that Headringer. You can see the Headringer still in my hand. And here comes the double colorless energy onto his Shaman. Retreating and using Sky Return. Doing 30 damage, but I just played the Rough Seas because it heals 30, so no damage done. And here I'm thinking, I wish I played the Headringer, but I do stop deck Lightning Energy, so I attach it to the active Manectric and a Spirit Link, so I can Mega Evolve it on one of the following turns. Or this turn if I find it, the Mega Evolution. The discard pile is a very useful tool. Like, sure, things go like yeah, I saw the Versus Seeker in my hand, and I just went straight looking at my discard pile. Silly mistakes like that happen, so I retreat, sending in the Mega Manectric and knocking out the Rayquaza after a Lysander. So I pick up two prize cards, but I'm actually supposed to attach the energy first from the discard pile, then pick up the prize cards. But if you notice here, I actually just realized I did not attach the energy. In any case, no harm done. It's just a friendly. I do have enough energy for another two 2 lightning energy in the discard pile to power up another Manectric, which is great. As soon as you have 4 energy in play with the Manectric, you are most probably in a very, very good position, because even if one Manectric is knocked out, you can power up another straight away. So there we see a Rayquaza getting benched, and with a Spirit Link. So far Omar wasn't able to knock out anything yet. The enhanced hammer early on kind of ruined his plans, and he wasn't able to draw much Pokemon for some reason. Rayquaza decks tend to be very, very fast. I'm not sure what's going on with his deck. I did play against him before, the week before actually. He was playing the same deck, and for some reason he was not getting the cards he needed as well. So it's actually very, very strange for a Rayquaza deck. So in any case, he got a Hoopa out. He's getting 2 Mega Rayquaza, and I think that's a Shaman down there. Now his deck is looking very small. So when you have a deck this small and have yet to knock out anything, it's a problem for you if you're playing Rayquaza. So there's that Shaman drawing. Can't exactly see how many cards. I think he's drawing 3 cards. Yeah, 3 cards. Omar is in a very tough position right now. He can knock out the active Mega Manectric, and then if he does that, I will power up. I will most probably be able to Mega Evolve another Manectric, and then power up the third Manectric and probably evolve it. So I use the Puzzle of Time, checking the top 3 cards of the deck and rearrange it in any order. So I see in my hand there's still that Headringer, Lightning Energy, and a Fighting Fury Belt. So I retreat, going into the regular Manectric, not the Mega Evolved one, and knock out the Bunnelby. He sends in his Mega Rayquaza, which has a double colors energy but no metal energy. So he needs to either find a metal energy or a Mega Turbo, or worst case scenario, find a DCE and attach it. If you're unfamiliar with the term DCE, it's the double colorless energy, which you can see sitting in the price cards on Omar's side. So he plays Mega Turbo, getting 1 metal energy. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pokemon on Omar's side, so that's enough to knock out the Manectric. And Omar plays an N, reducing me to 3 cards in my hand, while at the same time giving himself 6 new cards. With a deck this small on Omar's side, he most likely already cleaned out his deck, and most likely all that remains are very useful cards he could use every turn to to help him out. So we see a very good assortment of cards on Omar's side. I see an Ultra Ball, Lysander, and other things. So he knocks out my Manectric, and he picks up his prize cards, picking up Sacred Ash and DCE. So I go ahead with my turn. I have an interesting hand. One Ultra Ball, one Delinquent, one Puzzle of Time, and one Shaman. I was considering using the Delinquent, but then I thought about it. Why not get a Shaman? I mean, I already have 2 Shaman out. Doesn't hurt to put another. So I use an Ultra Ball, discarding that Puzzle of Time and Delinquent, keeping the Shaman in my hand. So I try to find a Mega Manectric. There's it. Shuffling. And at this point, Omar kind of has nothing to do to win. Like, he could knock out a Manectric, but then I send in my other Manectric and knock that out. So if I find a Zero Sick, which is probably a much better supporter to use right now, discarding his double colorless energy on his benched Mega Rayquaza. So I use Trainer's Mail, find a nice set of cards, but Omar decides to concede. There's nothing much he could do. Thank you for watching. This is more or less kind of like a test video for videos like these. I made some mistakes on the recording process, things like that. It's my first time. I'm still learning how to use the camera. I'm still trying to learn how to use the camera, how to use the video editing software, and basically how to record right. I will be learning as I go. It's something I've been doing ever since I started doing this. I just learned how I do things, and I try to do them right. So that kind of helps me improve my videos, improve myself. In any case, thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed watching content like this. If there's anything I'm missing, anything wrong I'm doing, let me know. I always appreciate feedback, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.